Hello, anyone out there? Or should I say hello, is anyone out there? So what I wanted to do today is we have next month the hardest packages are coming out with stamps and inks and punches. And this is a stamp thing. So I was playing after watching a class. Hey, Christy. So I was playing, and this is what I did. And I did this like hundreds of years ago, where you color on the stamp. But I was playing around with it a little bit. And I thought, since we're sending out stamps in the hardest packages, let's just play with some stamps and see what we can do with them and what kind of things we can do with them. I have some painty papers because I thought I'm going to try something and see if I can kind of, I don't know, just going to experiment and play today. Hi, Deborah. So my first thing I have here is what I did with, let me start over here. What I did with this is I colored on the stamp with watercolor crayons, and that was cool. That worked well. And I even used my dirty water, and I really liked it. It was a foam stamp. So I've got several kinds of stamps here. I've got watercolor pencils or crayons. I have markers. I have the Stabilo Woodies. I have cheap markers. I have good markers. And I thought, hey, let's just play around a little bit. So first thing, I got to open my water and pray I don't spill it. It's been one of those days. So I'm going to take my woody pencil and I'm just going to get it wet and color on this stamp. Now, if this stamp doesn't work, it's because it's got enough paint on it to stand up by itself. Now, I could have probably sprayed the stamp and then colored on it, and that would have been good. I did try coloring with the colored watercolor crayons and just coloring on it, and I wasn't happy with it. They either needed to be wet or the stamp was wet. Hi, Tina. So let's just stamp on that. My handy little tip. I use duct tape and make a handle for that. Oh, look! And it's watercolored. And did we get another image? Yup. And let's see. We're going to spray it now with the water. Give it a mist. And do we go 3 times? Yeah, a little faded out, but hey, that's what painty papers are about, right? Okay, so we know these work good. Now we're going to try. This was a big stamp. This was the Art Foamies. And it was, oh man, I don't know, all of these faces put together. And I took it and cut it apart so that instead of one big stamp like that, I have a set of 4, a set of 3, a set of 2, and several singles. So let's just do a single because it's right here. So, of course, my watercolor crayons are all pretty bright and funky colors because, you know, that's just what I use. So I'm just going to use this purple, and I'm just going to color on it. And I'm just dipping it in plain old paint water. I don't know. Coffee might work too. Hi, Sherry.
Hello.
Haha, Siri thought I said Sherry. Hi, Deanie. Oh, that was pretty wet. It doesn't want to show up too well. So we'll try it on, let's do it on this piece of paper that is, let's just do more than one color. So I'm a firm believer in all tools should have more than one use. So this is just maybe another way to use your stamps. Oh, look. It's, of course, it's not stamping perfect with all the detail because it's watercolor. This has got two good impressions. Let's give it a mist of water and see what we get after that. Way more watercolory. Look at that. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we'll stop with 8. It's pretty faint, but it's still pretty fun. And my stamp's clean now. That's a good thing. Okay, so we've tried it that way. Let's try a regular stamp. And I picked a kind of a solid one, but I think I want to do this solid one. And yes, my stamps are not perfectly clean because that requires time to sit down and clean them. Now, I can tell you by coloring on these that this does not color as well as the foam. It doesn't feel the same. That doesn't mean it's not going to work. It just doesn't feel the same. So we're going to, what color? Let's go with yellow. And do the lines in a yellow. Which of course is going to make some orange because they're mixing up a little bit. Let's add a little bit of yellow in some of those other spots. All right, let's see what this looks like. Yeah, it's kind of watercolory. Colors blended now. The second impression was pretty good. First wasn't bad because, you know, then you can just reach over with your brush if you didn't like it. Just blend it out a little bit. Let those colors blend out, and it still will look great in a painty paper.
Tell me what I need, woman. What do I need to go get?
Okay, get you some stamps.
Okay.
And some water-soluble medias, be it markers, be it crayons, be it...
These are water-soluble. Water-based.
Ooh.
Next.
And some water.
Oh, man, I got to run down the stairs. Oh, wait. I can get tap water from a bathroom up here. Hold your britches.
There's always coffee.
That's true. I could totally I want to try coffee stamping one.
Oh, how fun. So this one I'm going to use markers on. And I know this one's going to work because I've done this many times. And my markers all lay to the right of me, all flat. So I reached in and I pinched out some markers. So I have no idea what colors I'm going to be using today.
This is my little drawer of stamps. I have water now.
Okay, now you're going to use your markers and color on your stamps and then stamp them. And I'm experimenting. I'm trying to see which things I like better. And I'm spraying them. This one right here. All of those blues and purple right here. That was one coloring on. One.
So I just brush it with some water.
Mm-hmm. I don't even brush it with water.
Oh, Well,
I do after the fact if it needs it.
Okay, let me see.
Now this one I just colored on, and you can kind of see it's still shiny over here and it's not so much there. You can do a couple of things. You could go and huff on it, and you might get the image to work out. It'll just put enough moisture to print. It's faint, but it's a painty paper. But now we're going to go with a painty watercolor paper. And I'm just going to mist the stamp with water and stamp it.
Okay, I'm stamping.
And now it's all watercolory.
Oh my gosh, I love the watery. I'm going to smudge it now. Okay, you guys, I'm a grungy person, so yeah, I like that look. So I should have done one fast. Here's the one that's all watercolory.
Yeah, I kind of like to color on it and then spray it, because this is my colored on and stamped. And this is my colored on and sprayed. And so it gets a more watercolory. But I would almost bet there's, yeah, no, it looks like most of the ink is on the underside that doesn't get impressed, but we'll see.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, I still got a bit of an impression.
Oh, yeah.
Krista, you stepped out, and I was talking about you. Kind of. I was just saying that if you don't have water handy, you can always use coffee.
Oh, and it comes off so nice. So, you guys get obsessed about that sometimes.
Ooh, this pen is gross.
I do have some that I've bought used that look like they need a lot of love.
So this one, I'm just coloring it and going with all one color. Just colored, nothing else. Now I'm going to stamp it. And it's kind of watercolory, kind of weird. Now I'm going to mist it with the spray bottle. And I'm misting about 12 inches away. Sorry you can't see that because that would put the mist falling on my computer. Now, the moment of truth. Look at that. It's such a beautiful watercolor effect.
It looks better than a solid stamp.
It is a solid stamp.
No, but I mean, it looks better than when the stamp comes out like the perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever.
Even the extra squirt of water still brought enough to put a faint image.
All right.
We've all done it, Christy. We've all done it. Let's try this one because I really think this one's going to be fun.
I'm going to have a pink fish. I need my glasses on for this because I can't see the dang stamps when there's no ink on them.
And this one's just using the watercolor crayons. And you know, I have a good set of watercolor crayons. They were my mother's. And if you don't have a good set, I have some cheap ones I picked up at Hobby Lobby a long time ago. And they are so stinking soft. That's how cheap they are. And I absolutely love them.
I've never once used my crayons that are the smudgy ones. Well, I should say I used it as like a test. I tested.
Oh, speaking of testing.
Yeah.
So these are smooth gel crayons, which are a lot like Stabello's, but I bought these at Five Below, the whole set for $5. Let's use some of them. We got all kinds of things going on this stamp. I am going to dip it in water because it glides smoother on this stamp. And of course, we probably should have some orange.
Oh, of course, you're going to have some orange.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I made my cat the funniest, ridiculous color. My cat's looking inside of a goldfish tank. And the only reason I've never used this stamp is because I didn't think that I would ever color it in multiple stamps and because I don't stamp well enough to layer it. I wonder if it'd work if I just dipped this brush tip in the water. Although
Yeah, it would probably, you know, thin it out a lot more.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty juicy though. Every artist should have, or I should say most every artist should have these.
Ooh, I like it. It's kind of messy. I gotta have some softener under here. Put these papers
Right,
back.
hold your britches. There's like a little cat eye right there. All right, here we go. You guys know I can't stamp for diddly squat too.
Ooh. Well, see, this is what's left after I stamped this. So I'm going to give it another mist. 2 fine, quick squirts. Let's see what we get.
You know what I think? I think I like it as a base, and then I can color in the colors I want over the top afterwards.
This is first one, as is. This is number 2 with a spritz of water. And there's still color. So we're going to see what happens with one more spritz of color of water. It's still cool.
Christy says, first off, she says, it's nice that I have some playtime, but right after she says, yep, coffee works. Messes with the taste of it, though.
I really like this. Can you see this, like, tear this out as a little collage element in something?
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it when I colored it in after. Hello, kitty. You can add the little details.
Mm-hmm. So let's try something else. We're going to go with, I wonder how come I always pick turquoise, pink, lime green, and yellow. Is there any other colors in the world besides those? That's what I always pick.
Turquoise, pink, lime green, and yellow. Those would not even be on my first choices.
Well, that's just too bad for you. So I'm just going to color on here. And this is wet. This is not. It dried out a little bit, the marker. I'm dipping it in water just to see. This is a pretty detailed stamp, but I think it's still pretty cool.
I think I like it for the smudgy versus the perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I want to do it with the music. Oh, but see, that would be too perfect, I think. Let's try it.
Well, I'm doing one that's kind of busy detail to see how it works.
This one screams watercolor me.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it does. It's screaming it. And so the key is, y'all, check out the box to see if it says that it's water-based.
All right. See, I just went to dip this in my water, lid on and everything. All right, here we go.
Ooh, that's juicy.
I'm going to take it just as it is, even though that's kind of dry right in that spot. Let's see what happens.
You know what? I want to clean off these two cats. I like that one.
Ew, that's really squishy and wishy. But, you know, you can let it do its drippy do. Come on. There we go. But see, I still would use that as a collage element.
Oh my gosh, I love the drippy do on it.
Oh, I love that. So now let's get another clean piece of paper. I may have to get up and go get more paper.
I like brushing it with the water.
I'm going to mist it and see what we get this time. It's still going to be pretty wet.
Are you misting the paper or are you misting the stamp?
I'm misting the stamp.
All right. Get your glasses on for this. Pulling hairs out while I take the glasses off my head. I'm going to lay my brush sideways. Oh my gosh.
Hi, Susie. I love this every impression of this stamp. This is so totally collage material that it's unbelievable. I mean, not everybody would maybe like it or use it. It's just another way to use what you already got,
I agree. Well, next month is stamp month for the hardest. Did you already mention that?
Yeah. Look.
I probably already did. You guys, I talked to
Come on, tell me, does anybody else think this is just stinking cool? You can't really tell what it is, but it's got that great texture look, And there's still color on my stamp. So this time I'm going to take a brush and see if I can move some of that large amount of color around.
No, I think I'm going to brush the top of this flower to blend some of these colors a little bit. Okay, ready for the slap? Oh, I'm off screen. Hold your britches, I'll slide the canvas over.
Ooh. See, I'm kind of thinking I like the second.
I love the third stamp. Getting rid of the other ones.
Thanks, Tina. I really do. I like this. This can be one of my favorite papers ever. I'm still using from the first coloring. So there it is, stamped multiple times. This way and this way. And I love it.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, great background.
Don't want to mess with that one.
Even this one that was really full, I still like. All right, let's see. What else have I got down here to try?
I have brush bristles I'm picking up with my little marker tip. You know what I think I'm going to try? I'm going to take it and I'm going to pick up the extra watercolor. Yeah. I like how the flower turned out. That's the third stamp. Could totally color that in.
My favorite materials to use so far has been the watercolor crayons.
All right, I'm going to go get a couple. Let me see.
I was looking for my fat woody pencils. I have a black one and I wanted to do some black. But it seems to have grown legs. So I'm going to try the brown because it's dark.
You know, I always wonder what I put in these things when I find them. Ah, okay, buttons and paper clips. All right, look at this. Unused, unloved. Oh, these are gelatos. Are those supposed to be them?
Yep, that's just the same as the, in my opinion, the Distress crayons, the Vicki Bolton crayons, all of those gel crayons, the watercolors, they're all so similar. I like that. That's with the brown. And it's
Noise.
pretty simple. There's still color on there. Let's add some more water.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Another way to embellish my papers.
I don't want to do the little girl. I want to do this on my unclean, messy background text. That's too dark. making noise again. Okay, I don't want that peachy skin. Could go with peach. Go with white. All right, I'm gonna put a little black around the edges. It's so fresh. All I do is color it like a flippin' crayon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna water it first. Hold your britches.
Okay, I've tried it both ways, and I do dip it in water first. Dip my paintbrush in water, or my material in water. This one I'm stamping. Now that's impressive. Do you see that right there? Barely see it, but it's there. That's stamped with the Distress crayon and no water.
Wow.
Just crayon. That's impressive.
I don't think this would work with regular crayons because they're waxy.
Yeah, probably not.
Like a little black background. I'm gonna layer this one. Some of the peach. You know, it's so funny because when someone asks me how I'm doing and I say just peachy, I realize that when I say it in my head, I have like 15 different tones because it means 15 different things to me, right? But when I text that out, nobody even would get which one was which. I'm dirtying up my things. I'm sure somebody's going, no, don't do that, whatever that is.
I don't know, Deanie. I've not really done this. This was just a play day.
We're experimenting.
Yeah. I don't know. I did some watercolors, like on the watercolor crayons. Hi, T. I'm not sure if everything will reactivate or not, because I did these all after they were, the layers upon layers after they were dry. So if you let them dry, I don't know what's going to reactivate. I guess it's something we can play with later.
Well, I think it would matter what your base is, right? So if you learn that these can reactivate, then the answer would be yes, right?
Yeah.
So it's not so much whether our technique would, because you're just adding water, and once the water evaporates, it's just the source of whatever your primary thing is.
But I'm not a big sealer person. I kind of just do my stuff, and however it works, or it doesn't work.
Okay, you guys, I have to tell you, and I know you're going to think I'm ridiculous for this, but I love that.
I like it. Because honestly, this one right here, this is my favorite impression of the whole day so far.
Yeah, I agree with you.
This stamp's going to work one way or another.
Oh my gosh. You know what I like about it is because you can tinker with it at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, and while it's still wet, you can easily manipulate it and move it around. And what happens if you just do this and clean off your stamp? You get that swirly effect. That's just cleaning it off. And what are painting papers except bunches of different paints, right? So I have tried the good markers and the cheap markers, and Stabilo, and Distress crayon. Am I echoing?
No.
Okay.
Not to me, anyway. I have a purpose for these guys.
For your papers or for your stamps or for your inks?
Gelatos.
Oh.
I just gelatoed it and forgot to put water on it. So all the water that was there was whatever was left there. Oh, it barely comes out. Minus the water.
Yeah. That's what happened with my Distress, but it was faint enough to see.
Yeah, it's faint enough to see, but it barely comes out. Hey there, Tammy. Tammy, I'm going to be sending you an email later asking if you would be willing to do a one-time a month project for Defy on this channel, because we're on this channel. If you're game for that. Of course, I'll ask you privately. All right, I want to put you sideways. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, this would be like the best little lion I could create. It just wants to be a lion. Here he comes. You know how something tells you what it wants to be? Now it's a creepy guy. Oh my God, it's a Viking. I'm painting the Viking right now. I can't control myself. Hold on, we gotta clean this out.
Hi, Tammy.
Everything else is gonna get blacked out after I get rid of my Viking.
This one is pretty cool.
Oh, they said you do have an echo, Jean.
Well, I know, but how?
I don't understand the world anymore.
Because I only have one device.
This is my cleaner now, not the baby wipe stuff.
Oh.
Because I have it up here from when I do the boxes when they come in. All right, here we go. I'm going to give him a blue eye, and it'll make sense to you guys in a minute. And I'm going to have to use multiple textures. Because you'll see just there's a hint of blue right there. You'll see his eyes in a second. It'll make sense. Tell me I'm not the only one who sees the Viking face coming out in here.
I think you're the only one.
He wants to come free. All right, we're going to paint you with some dark colors here. All right, makes sense when I start his eye. A little crooked.
Be careful, Tammy. It doesn't take much to get here singing.
Oh my gosh, what are we singing? Wipe out! You guys, I'm sorry. I apologize. This is his lips. Just a hint of his lips showing through right there.
I've decided that I'm going to work on this page until it's full, completely full, and see what it turns out to be. It might be a whole new world.
I like a little nose. Mm-hmm. Now, how pointy are the Viking noses?
And I haven't seen a Viking lately.
You know, you got to work on that, right?
Yeah. I don't think there's a mini Viking in New Mexico.
Well, there might not be. I can't do anything without being covered in whatever my thing is. You guys, I got distracted. I go back to what I should be doing, but now I'm finger painting. Oh, help me. Maybe you have to see it by now.
This is too much fun.
Making his face smaller. You know what? Forget my Viking. Get him.
Now he's a beach bum.
Well, he could be. I mean, I could give him like a little goatee right here. Just kidding. Oh, man. Yeah, it probably is just me that sees him. But I don't know if you guys see the face in there. It just happened. Yeah. I'm such a goof. I see faces and everything.
I do too. In fact, I've been known to take pictures of something and send it to my sister and said, "What do you see?" She's kind of that way too.
In all seriousness, though, I love the way it makes the text look on that background piece.
Yeah. I may have to dig out a text stamp and try that next.
All right. My kitty cat's frumping me out because it's at just the wrong angle that I don't have a right way up on my page. This is just going to get layered and layered, and the kitty's going to end up being lost in the mix. All right.
See, I like how it gets all sloppy and squishy, the first one, and then after that, they get more definition, and it just adds so much to the character.
I agree with you.
And honestly, I can honestly say I don't just stamp and stamp like this at all, but I'm really liking it. I mean, I'm liking the just. I suppose I could have just sploshed paint around and got the same effect, but this is just more creative.
I like the texture with it, though, that you don't get when you're slushing the paint.
This is very true.
And not that I'm a control freak or anything, but
okay.
You know, I do know my flaws, y'all. That is one of my biggest flaws. Just a little bit of a control freak, just a little bit.
I really like this.
I think I'm gonna juice this one up after I get all this. Let me see. Oh my gosh, I love that.
I just want this again. I want this and this and this so many times. I don't even know what colors I used.
The ones that are on the paper, that's the colors you used. Bye bye Viking. All right, right in the middle. Oh yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna do it again over here. Ooh, let's see if I can do it right there. Put you right there. There. Oh, this one's lost. Doesn't know where to be. Okay, guys. There's my muddy grunge.
Cool.
You know, I don't like the colors of the gelatos. Maybe that's why I don't play with them.
Why, are they too bright?
No, they're too, I don't know, muddy. I just don't like the, yeah, see, look at, the only colors I used in this one was this one and two others. I can't even read the dang words on it. I'll tell you the colors. I used silver, white, and iced rose.
Well, that's why you're using metallics.
Oh.
I don't know.
Only ones I have. You guys, I don't know how to not make a mess. Hold on, I have a tea bag on my table here. Soak up some of the color.
Gee, I'm just liking it more and more and more. More. How do you like it?
So I have to say, my opinion, I like it better as a background than being like my cat trying to be a focal anything.
Yeah, I agree. Or in where I did the colors, did it on the painting papers. I didn't mind that. Okay, this paper's too wet to do anything else to. But even if you're just playing around like this, you can just tear these out and stick them in a collage anywhere.
Yeah.
I found this stack of painting papers yesterday in a place where none of them should have been. That doesn't happen to anybody.
My daughters would die laughing. Yeah, no, never. My daughters would die laughing if they knew I was playing with stamps at all. Because they laugh at me when I stamp stuff because I screw everything up when I stamp. I just invariably will get a mark or a pen or a little something out of everything. Just each one. All right, we're gonna try the cherubs. It won't come across right. I don't really know if I want to try that. Let's try to do it perfect. I'm gonna try it without the water, without your water technique, and try to just paint the little girl. And these are metallics too. I don't think I have any water-based anything up here that are markers. Oh, look, I didn't clean this. This needs to be cleaned. It's funny that I'm okay with a dirty canvas, but not a dirty stamp thingy.
Okay. I just used the Distress crayon without wet, and that's what I got. So now let's see what wet works like. Ooh, and my dirty stamp paid off in that one. Picked up the ink color.
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love that.
Oh, that's one of those you can't get twice.
I don't know. You are Jean Peter. You might be able to get it twice. All right.
That's because my stamp is dirty. That's all it is.
All right.
I 90% of the time stamp in black ink. Actually, 99% of the time.
I have a few colors I stamp in.
See,
but I don't
know just how dirty my stamp was. Look at that's mustardy yellow.
You know, this would be kind of funny because you know how some things, no matter how long it's been sitting there, it reactivates when you put water to it?
Mm-hmm.
It would be kind of fun to do that when you're like, oh my gosh, did you see how I put this stamp away? I need to just off, and it'd be a good spot to off stamp it, just adding a bit of water. You know what I'd like to try this with? A little bit of alcohol because it'd dry faster. Because all you're wanting is that liquid anyway. Yeah, all my stamps are too specific. Oh my gosh, I do have a background stamp. See, I want to do this one instead of this one.
Cool.
More fun. All right, I don't want this color either.
Okay, so I have background layer number 1, which it probably should have been more of an upper layer, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to leave it like that because I could still, in fact, I think I'm going to make more layers on it. I think I'm going to leave it. Get a new piece of paper.
Years ago, I had these markers that called themselves stamp markers. and I tried them and colored them like if you have something you want to specifically color.
Mm-hmm.
But they did leave marks on the stamps where it didn't come through, like a permanent marker does. All right. Green and gold.
All right, I'm going to do a house that's not in bright colors.
Good luck with that. Did I not add water? I didn't add water. Dagnabbit. Well, now you'll see a with and without water. Yeah. That's too much water. It's going to drip.
And now it's a whole different image.
It is. See, now you would never have copyright issues with your stamped image. Oh my goodness.
I like it. I like that idea.
Yep. I actually like that you can get the drips in a line. My muddy colors.
Mm-hmm.
You know what this has told me, though? Is I'm not sure I really care for the colors I have.
Yes.
Yes. And it also tells me I don't really use these tools except for... Oh, where'd that beautiful red come from in here? Look at that. You know what we should do? We should do like that coffee filter experiment one of these days.
Yes, that would be fun.
Yeah. Now it wants to be a palm tree.
Did you ever try stamping in coffee?
No, but I already have enough mud on here. This really only wants to be blended out all together to create its own little background. So I can actually paint something real on here later. I do like just using those pens to stamp though.
Oh gosh. No wonder I use bright colors.
Going back to the pen.
Oh, the second image was much better. There wasn't enough water on the first one. I like it. Let's make it a whole town. But then I can take, let's see, what happens if I pick
I
up.
don't know if you're seeing this, but it's actually when I put the stamp down with the liquid on it, it's pulling up the color on my plate. I mean, on my board.
Oh, you're using a canvas board?
Yeah. See, it pulled up the color.
Uh-huh.
Ignore the mud. This is actually green, though. It's really not meant to look like mud. It's just green. I'm just not in the mood for green. And this pink is not pink. I'm telling you, it's not pink. In real life, though, it's like a purpley pink with green up top.
That is the color I used the other day like crazy.
What?
The pinks and greens. You know, but more like a celery green and I don't know, weird colors, but I liked it.
You realize I never call anything by whatever it is supposed to be.
Yeah,
okay. Colors with color pencils, and he calls everything by the most magnificent names. Like, man, I wouldn't even know what to call that color. I wonder how... Oh, no, that wouldn't work. I need to go into my other stamp drawer. This is one of my favorite stamps, and I got it used, and I've never used it.
Oh.
Oh, isn't it adorable?
Yeah.
It's actually one of my happiest things is to see a giraffe drinking water.
Why?
really have a why. I just think it looks funny. All right, this one looks like he wants to be done. These are a lot of words. I have this drawer. I have a car. I can try the car. I don't even know why I have a car. This is my most used stamp. Just a flourish.
Cool. I couldn't pick out a most used stamp.
That one. Seriously?
Yeah, I have a lot of texture-y kind of stamps that I use. I don't, I really like these big fat foamies.
Those are adorable.
Yes, there is one scheduled for March, Christy.
What's scheduled for March?
She asked if there was an auction scheduled for March. He said, yes, there is.
Yep. I think half of what I like about stamps is putting them back in a puzzle format.
Do you use those clear plastic trays or just cardboard boxes?
I use drawer. I have these drawers.
Oh.
And I have what looks like someone's jewelry box, which a normal human would use as a jewelry box. I'll show you what the face of it looks like. And it has 5 drawers like this. And 2 of my drawers are stamps like you see here. That's why I have a top, this is just used from something over the holidays from eons ago. And so I set it on top so it fits back in and I can sort through my stamps right quick. One of my saddest moments is when I got this and I so thought it was going to stamp proper. And it looks like it's a double layer stamp, right? It's 2 type font things. And it says CH on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I got it eons ago. I was so excited about it. And it doesn't really stamp right.
Do you put foam or padding underneath it?
No.
That would help.
Yeah, I haven't even done the mouse pad thing. This is the 3rd one that goes to it.
Cool.
No, it's not cool because it didn't work.
Thank you, Gail.
Oh my gosh, the March auction is my favorite auction. It's the month. It's probably not going to rake a whole bunch, but it's the month where everybody can share how they create embellishments and do like an affordable. Oh my gosh, my dog has been on freaking bark mode all day.
Look at my town.
Oh my God, I love your town.
You know what my town is called?
What?
Stepford, because it's all alike.
That's too funny.
Oh.
All right, we're going to do a car.
Thank you, Gail, for talking my channel up. I'm getting there slowly. As long as all my family members don't hate me, then I'll be there for a while. Everybody laughs, but I'm one of 40 cousins.
40?
So, yeah. That doesn't count spouses or all of those kids that call me aunt.
I'm going to water it first. Yeah, Gail is a fabulous source for the burlaps. All right, here we go. If I don't get a lot of submissions of things that people mail that are embellishments for the March one, it'll just be a rather normal auction. I'll just do it based on what's submitted. Because I know that in February, I'm going to have to take a little brain break as crazy as January and the beginning of February are. All right, I don't want to do that. It's going to smudge up too much. I need something else. Let's give it some gray tires. Silver car, gray tires. I'm so boring.
Thank you, Christy.
Liquidy.
Okay, so this stamp is sticky back foam. I put on 2 layers of corrugated cardboard. I just cut them into pieces and made it. So now I have my Stepford town with its Stepford clouds.
Are you going to add any Stepford wives?
No, they're all in the house doing their dishes.
Oh my gosh, that doesn't even look like a car. Let's do the car multiple times to see how it stamps out.
You should do the car in all one color and send it to me so I can put it in my Stepford town.
That's after the 4th stamp. Hold on, I can't even show you. There we go. That's the blurry one. It just gets less blurry.
Yeah.
I have found that when it's juicy, I like the 3rd stamp.
Yeah.
The 3rd one.
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we can count.
Oh, I resemble that remark.
Oh my God, I look just like it.
All right. So I've tried my own stamps. I've tried wooden mount. I've tried foam. I've tried 2 different markers, 3 different, 1, 2, 3, 4 different crayon type things. What is I want to try next? I would try my ink tints, but that might stain them, and so I'm kind of, I don't know. I don't think the ink tints would be much different than the watercolor crayons.
I like how smoothly these glide onto it, though.
I do too.
I wonder if we could make something like that. The concept of how they make it is so logical.
Well, it's almost like an oil pastel in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get some more of these woodies in other colors. Like I need a purple. So let's do, and I have done some combinations in these with the watercolor crayons and the other. Hi, Misty. Mindy. I was thinking it right. I just didn't say it right.
Oh my gosh, I do that all the time. All right. So I colored it. I could just stamp it just like that, but I'm going to wipe off a lid. Since I like the 3rd stamp, I'm going to squish out some of my water this time. No, it's still pretty juicy.
I think I've found a new favorite stamp. I don't think it's even been used until I used it today.
You know what? I think some stamps take it better from the way they have the thickness of their lines.
I agree.
This little guy's cute. I feel like I want to layer the board in a collage of something. Just juice you back up again and see if you come right back out. Nope. Oh yeah, it didn't on the first try, but it looks like a dragonfly on the other ones. I'm experimenting and you're actually creating real art.
I'm experimenting.
Oh man, you know, well, in your version of experimenting, it looks like real art.
Well, thank you.
So I've come to a conclusion. Here's mine. I always have an analysis on everything. I definitely like it after the third stamp. I definitely like it where I put the color on first and then the water versus the water, then the color. And then, but that's a waste if I off stamp too. So that means I need to have like an abstract on one side and a targeted art piece on the other side.
Or just use a different paper to off stamp, and then you can use that in collage somewhere down the road.
Yeah.
Well, my conclusion is I like all of the things. I'm not a big fan of the markers, honestly. And I like all the stamps, and I like it all the directions. I'm pretty easy today.
I think this would be awesome if you were trying to create a background and you had, I mean, let's just use snow as an example, right? So if you're trying to create a background for whatever your art is, and you want it to be smudgy because your brain can't see things far away. So it's really smudgy far away, and up close, you have more detail, right? So if you had these really smudgy, snowflakes are probably the wrong thing, but you know what I'm saying? Where you'd create that extra whatever. All right, we're going to have a purple snowflake. I'm going to do just one color on my purple snowflake. And I also like that you can miss spots without having it to be perfectly inked on purpose. You know, when you get like a t-shirt and it's an iron-on, you like it better after it's been washed 30 times and has that crinkly look? I'm like that with art. I like the gaps and crunches and crinkles, and not that you can see art style here. Oh my gosh. What I like in my head and versus what I can create, two totally different balls of wax. All right, we're ready here. Juicy.
And I like the mixed up, messed up, swirly, curly Q, weird stuff rather than the precise. And with my crayons and pencils that I'm using, I kind of like dipping them in water first and coloring with them, probably because it's actually, better for the pencils themselves. I'm not going to break them all up and everything that way. But I like it when I do it and then I missed it and then I print it. That's when it's the coolest to me, because that's when it's the sloppiest.
Do you like that purple? Like how it gives you detail and no detail. I really do.
Yeah, definitely a watercolor wildness. That's what we should call it, watercolor wildness.
Yeah.
In fact, just coloring on these and just even coloring over each color, I'm loving it.
What is that thing, Laura? It's Laura Sullivan who says something about just glue it, or is that Laura? Who's the glue it person? Or just glue it. Hey there, did I already say hi, Mitzi? Is there anyone I didn't say hi to? Oh, I didn't say Susie, but in my brain I did.
Isn't this cool? I mean, y'all may be looking at this and going, that woman has lost her mind.
No, I think it's cool.
But I really, really like it. I really like this part better than this part, but I really like the whole thing.
The part that you said better than this part, I can't see. It's off screen.
This part.
I like that part. Show me the part that you didn't like as much.
This part.
Oh, that part.
But, you know, another layer of something and
It'll be fine.
it'll be fine. Yep.
All right. You know what I don't like is not having a focal point. It's just, my brain's like, go make a focal point.
Oh, well,
Smudgy book.
that's where we have all of our arguments about in the art society is, you know, people will say focal points, and I'm like, you just make it to where you like it. That's all I do. Speaking of which, I need to call and find out if I won a prize for my piece. I bet I didn't, because there was more in the show than we thought there would be. But the really cool part is there was a lot in my category.
Oh,
And I had one piece. It was the first time in 12 years I put one piece of art in a show. I've always put more.
is that because somebody has you busy all the time?
Yeah, pretty much. And because I just didn't want to. You know, sometimes you just don't get it done.
So you want to see something really, really cute? I don't know if I've shared this before. Gail sent a Christmas present, and on the back side is a magnet, and I keep it on something I can't show you because it's on the wall. But I hang my glasses from it instead of like a normal person who puts it on their shirt. Everybody knows I'm not normal, but it's so my glasses are always at my craft table.
That's smart.
I have a piece of cork. I'm going to ink my cork. Oh my gosh, forget that one. You know what I want to do? Oh, for heavenly yumminess. I love circles. Y'all know I have some champagne corks and some drink corks. Which one is this one? Oh, this is Oak Grove from California. And this is champagne from somewhere. I like the champagne ones because it always has this big chubby bottom. And it's not a perfect circle, so I wonder how it's going to stamp. I'm just going to dip this baby in my dirty water. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to dip it the very first time in my coffee. Oh, I need something new. I need something new to mess with. I don't have anything new around me. Fresh, clean, white paper, undamaged. Oh, man. Hold your britches. Got work to do. Get back. No, I'll just get the canvas board. It's closer. I don't have to go as far. All right, we're going to try this. I love circles, so this whole page is going to be real targeted circles. Oh, look, I dripped a circle on there. Oh, I forgot. Dag nabbit, I took it out of my coffee and then I painted it with the water. Oh, it didn't do anything. Nothing at all. Look at that. It didn't even drop a circle hardly.
Yep.
That's okay. I am going to brush it with a pen now. Let's see what that does. Well, it's got water on it, so it should soak up some stuff. You know, the nice thing about doing the water first is I wonder if it uses less of your ink on your brush pen.
That could be. Thank you, Susie.
Nope, that didn't work either.
I'm going to stop there. I might put white pink splatters on it when I'm done, when it's dry. Maybe. Uh-oh, the stack of paper I pulled out is gone.
Yeah, Jean's looks like a glue and don't think. That's what it is. Glue and don't think.
I guess we can do the back sides.
All right, that didn't work. Someone yelled purple, so let's try this other side. Let's paint it wet first. Oh, this is clean. I can put it in my coffee jar. More of a circle, but not much of one. This would be better if I had actual paint. Which I do, but I don't want to do that right now. Right now we're stamping and watering.
Look at this. This is just spraying the stamp over and over. And look how dirty it was. But it's still cool.
It's still cool.
Still getting stuff off of it. Even after it dries, it looks so cool. I think this new stamp, or this stamp, which just cost me $2.37, that's never been used, is my new favorite.
I love it. So go back to your focal. You think that, well, it's in the eye of the beholder anyway, because it's art.
Yeah, focals are okay. It's just I don't put one in, and if it shows up, then that's even good. That's even better, but I don't put one in. Sometimes, well, let me say I don't plan on one, but that doesn't mean one doesn't show up.
That makes sense.
I have the same thing with colors. I never follow a color wheel. I never plan on it. It just happens. Well, I swear this must be the dirtiest stamp in the world.
It's still going. It's like the Energizer Bunny stamp.
Yeah, because now it's stamping kind of a greeny, bluish, well, very little blue to it. And that's what color I put on there, was blue. Weird. Let's just see what happens.
All the other colors.
If I... Ooh, yuck. It is so dirty. Oh my goodness. This might be a sink soak.
You know what I think I'm going to do? There's a boatload of videos where people can carve with cork and make a stamp out of a cork, or carve whatever it is you're carving. Have you ever made potato stamps? I'm sure you have.
It's been a while.
Did that when I was younger. But I might put a cork in with every stamp, ink, and punch package that I do this month. I dropped off all the packages this month locally. The lady asked me for our social media links. So I went in and noticed that I have like two Twitter followers. So she's probably going to think, there's one tiny nonprofit. It is what it is. I just barely started using it. How many of y'all have a Twitter account?
Not me. All right, I just did my own carved stamp.
That man is adorable. Oh my God, he's cute.
It's been a long time since I made him.
Oh my gosh, I love him.
He's pretty
I
cute.
have real watercolors. I mean, would I be smart if I just grabbed the watercolor thing and did it that way? That just feels like too much effort.
I'm going to try something similar to what you just said, but I'm going to use my watercolor crayons as my palette on another hand carved stamp.
That sounds like a good idea. All right. We have silver now. And now I'm singing that Christmas song, Silver and Gold. All right. Put it on there, add a little touch of water. I should not always start it at the top. I have a new top now. This looks like a little asphalt, so now I'm singing Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer.
Well, you pull some weird songs out.
I do. Oh my gosh.
Oh, my space kitty.
Oh my god, he's so cute. He belongs on the Jetsons.
Yep. Let's give him another spray and see what we get out of it. I don't even remember doing this one.
You did it when you were napping.
Probably so. Look at that. If you took that and did it all that washed out look, wouldn't that make cute wrapping paper?
I think it's adorable. I like how the colors blend. But why am I not blending colors? That's a good question. I'm blending it on the paper, not on the stamp. I don't want to use that.
I kind of forgot about my hand carved stamps. So this one's kind of special. My mama drew this one.
Oh, let me see. Oh. Oh, that looks Hawaiian.
Yep.
Juicy. I'm trying to picture what I would use this background to create. You know, this would be really, really fun to make a sunset out of just, you know, give everyone a challenge. All you get is a cork and a canvas and any color paint you want, a bowl of water and a paintbrush, right? But you can't use your paintbrush to make the sunset. All you get's a cork.
Oh, I have another face I forgot.
You can see it happening. Oh my gosh, that one's so cute too. You got like a little totem there.
That was the intention when I carved them.
We have a, you know, when a palm tree dies, that stick in the ground still stays alive for, not alive, but stays up for a very, very, very long time, right? We have down one of our super old roads. It's where Edison used to live, and it's still a main street. They have a palm tree that died where the whole top popped off, and then they carved the remaining palm into a cool looking totem.
Cool. Okay, let's see if I can even make a totem anymore with all the stuff I've carved. I'm on live. Are you on today?
Yep. FOF.
I know. I'm on live, dear.
I didn't hear what he said, but darn it. Was it good?
Well, it was funny. He's home. It's FOF, and we'll just leave it right there.
This paintbrush is quite annoying. I've never used it before. And all it says on the outside is 1/2 Yongzhou China. And every time I use it, it leaves bristles on my page. So good thing I used it for an exploratory task. I'm no longer procuring these canvas boards from Canvas. Oh, I shouldn't say the name of the company. I'm no longer procuring them from one of the companies. They were 79 cents a board. And I'm going to show you why. Check this out. I have about 20 of them that came. Can you even see? Oh, you can't see on camera, can you, how dirty they are? Most of them are clean, but there's like 20 of them that are exceptionally, do you see that? Exceptionally dirty. So before I give them out, but I think it's wrong of them. I might as well clean them while I'm sitting here, but I think it's wrong of them to give me something I need to clean before I ship it out.
Yeah, I agree.
And they're dirty simply from, at least I think what it is leaning up against the backside of it. Yeah, but that is just horrible that you send someone a product they need to clean before they use. Hey there, Kathy. She's your cheerleader now. Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the kitty, this is growing on me.
It is. Well, you know, that could be a new collage spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wants to be the background for something upside down this way. That's what it wants. Although I will say, I like the way the board feels, but the new ones that we procure now wrap around the sides.
Oh, really? I haven't even looked.
Okay. Yeah, that's just wrong. You guys see that? Yeah. Do you want to do an unveiling?
Okay.
Oh my gosh, are you ready? I got to clean my hands. I can't have dirty fingers touching this. Hold your britches. I know. I probably shouldn't do it on this channel, but that's okay. All these need to be like really, really washed. And I got to put this away too. You keep playing.
I'm supposed to be getting ready for my class tomorrow, you know.
Well, I'm supposed to be doing tax prep or updating something on the website or, unboxing stuff and logging it into in-kind donations. All of that stuff. Actually, there's other stuff even more pressing. Although today I can say was pretty darn productive before noon.
Well, I took a shower. Does that count?
It counts. Yeah, hold your britches, everyone. I have clean fingers and we're good to go. You guys are going to know why I have clean. Is Christy still here?
I don't know. Christy, to the front of the store. Oh, Susie.
Hold your britches. So in March, not even February, you guys are going to, this is why it's like a sneak peek. In March, we're going to do a giveaway. I'm sorry, a sweepstakes, not a giveaway. Oh, I'm so sad that Christy's not here. Calling all Christys.
Some days, Tina, that is a big step for me too. Just putting my jammies on. There's my totem.
I love your totem. Oh my gosh, I love your totem. I even love that he's standing on the face with the tongue hanging out.
Yep.
Okay.
And you can make him any direction you want.
I'm hiding the top part of this and reading the rest. It says, Care, this painting is being donated to Defy by Susie Bratu. Thank you for all you do. Love, Christy. And I don't know about you guys, but she does the most beautiful packaging if you've ever bought from her. And we're going to unveil. Somebody. Oh, I can't even rip it safely without it tearing apart. This is going to be in the sweepstakes for March. So if I know what's going in the sweepstakes, now that we enter it on the website and people can choose what they enter into, should I make it available early or should I just open it on March 1st? It really doesn't matter. Legally, it doesn't matter how long. The one for February is a wedding dress. The one for the auction on Sunday, we postponed the auction. And now the pop-up, we have a pop-up on Sunday. It's Shelly's pop-up on our channel supporting Defy. And her giveaway is her sweepstakes item, which we do all the collecting for and stuff. But hers is a velvet album that's 100 years old or some crazy age, and it's filled with cabinet cards. How cool is that? This one is the March sweepstakes. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put the link in there in a bit. It says Christy Biddleston. Ooh, 2021. Oh my gosh. You guys, seeing her work in person. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it doesn't even do it justice to see it on the screen.
That is beautiful.
Holy cow.
Thank you for painting that, Christy, and thank you for donating that, Susie.
That is a double thank you. And I don't know if you can see how she did the circle within the... Oh, I wish you could see this in person. Oh, it's magnificent.
Well, whoever wins it can send it to me and let me see it, and then I'll send it to the next person so they can see it.
Oh my gosh, it is absolutely stunning. And this is the first one she's ever done like this. And there's a name for it too. I forget the name for it. Wow. That is gorgeous. I'm going to give you a close-up because literally in person, whether you look close or far away, it's that magnificent.
Very, very pretty.
It's too pretty. Thank you, Susie. That is awesome. Jean, are you jealous? I get to pet it for a long time before this one goes out.
Yeah, I am.
Well, you know, I could just hang it on my wall till it's ready to go. You know, my daughter never watches this channel, but I could show a piece of her art that's hanging on my wall. You want to see that too?
Sure.
That is so beautiful, Christy. So if you're rewatching this, Christy, this is stunning right here. It's my daughter's.
That's pretty.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah, very pretty. Is it got sparkle? I mean, is that gold in there?
Nope.
Wow.
I like it.
I like it too.
She painted this quite a few years ago too. Oh, sorry for the noise. I have to replace my office chair, so I'm using a dining room chair in here because the office chair started peeling everywhere and making crazy messes.
Bummer.
Okay, these are my 2 new backgrounds from our wet, soggy stamp thing, and I am so different than Eugene Peter.
That's what makes everything work.
It is.
That's really cool.
Flowers of Life. That's what it is. That is just so beautiful. I should write that on a little paper that goes with it. Put this back down.
I made a whole lot of messes, but I'm really happy with most of them. I like my totem. You might have to go somewhere. And backgrounds, and it was all just an experiment, but you know, you take a little chunk of this and a strip of something else, put them together, it's a whole new world.
A whole new world.
Oh,
Everything is a song in my head. Everything.
I'm going to start coming up with some weird stuff to say, just see if it comes up with a song.
No, you can't. I'll still find a song for it. Okay, do you guys want another sneak peek?
Okie doke.
Okay, hold your britches. Let me see if it's on the printer. Okay, I need your advice. You know, you guys, I can't play for long. I go straight to thinking about what I need to do. So this is going to be our theme for our auction coming up in February. It's always the second Saturday, but our theme for the auction coming up in February is movies and romance, right? And so I personally, I love Cinderella. How cheesy is it that I love Cinderella? So I couldn't figure out how to share what are on these film cells. Film cells from the Cinderella movie. Because look, it comes across as dark. But yet still, even when I set them on top of my iPad where I made it all a white screen so I could illuminate the back. And you can see it kind of in person, but it's too much for the camera to see what it is. But you can see it in person. You know what I mean? So
Cool.
take a picture of what it is. How in the world? Let me see if I can do it here. Let me see, white screen, white screen. I don't know if I have a way to do this in the easy way I did on my iPad. Maybe. Oh, that just turns on the flashlight. Let's see if that works.
I have a nice wet spot on the floor from spraying. It all got sprayed in the same spot.
Uh-oh. Okay, I need a way to do this. Pages. Maybe if I open a blank page. I'm trying to figure out how to show people what's on these cells. Because I have a project idea. Yeah, this will work. Or how whoever buys it. Oh, see, in person you can see it. On TV. On the screen you don't see it very well. Man, you can't even tell what that is on screen. This is the carriage, the horse, and Cinderella, all tiny.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I didn't cut them. Somebody else does that. Darn, I didn't know that. And it's not like you can tape them unless you taped them on the sides. For every auction, I order a little something. This is one of the things I ordered in advance of this auction because I thought it fit the theme so well. And so there's Cinderella yawning, the little glass slipper. This is the one with the carriage, the person, and the horse, where she's in it. She's right there. I'm trying to decide how in the heck am I going to display these? This is like the two ugly sisters arguing. There are good scenes in here. Anyway, so my craft idea with it, or maybe I just tell them what it is. I don't know. I don't want to take an hour and a half to describe it. But here's the thought. Oh my gosh, there's a bug flying in my house. So my thought is, you could take whatever your 5 favorite are and illuminate behind them, because you can definitely see it in person when they're illuminated, right? And you just take one of those LED light strips behind it and then have a picture of something Cinderella on the left. So it could be framed and look really cool matted like that. You know what I mean? Where it lifts it up in shadow box style. And then you have 5 displayed like that. I just thought that'd be cute. And there's 15 of them in here. I can't stay focused for the life of me on a playtime. I go straight to these things. Maybe it was a bad purchase. I don't know. But either way, it fits movies. It fits romance. It's cute.
I have a project for the auction that fits the movies.
I want to see.
Well, it's sort of not done yet. Go figure.
Well, my husband has a fancy pants camera, and these pictures are what I took while it was sitting on my iPad. Well, when it was sitting on my iPad, you know, you could see what the images are. And then I took them and I blew them up individually.
Cool.
My printer didn't print it right though. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm going to have junk journal kits with
Cable Guy.
Yeah, the VHS. Jim Carrey, Ace Ventura, me, myself, and Irene. You can tell somebody was a Jim Carrey fan. Not me. Lethal Weapon. This one's already cut.
Those make such great junk journals.
Bowfinger, The Outsider, True Grit, Big Mama's House, Deuce Bigalow, Mel Gigolo, The General's Daughter,
Those are going to be the funniest junk journals.
Face Off, Stallone and Over the Top.
I loved Face Off.
Con Air, Throw Mama from the Train, Scary Movie 2, Dragon Heart, Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura, and Demolition Man. And I think there's more too in another box. I just haven't dug them all up. And they're going to be such random papers in there. Make true junk journals, but have the movie. And I'm also going to have something really cool too.
All right.
I forgot about this. This is just a snippet.
Oh, I got it. I got to mute myself.
Okay, let me see if I can get a white screen. I don't know that I can. Anyway, let's see. Let's try the flashlight. Get a little spotlight there. I have film strip. We will have film strip. These are movie trailers by the yard. So you can, like buy yards of it. This is just a little piece that happens to be laying here right now on my table where I am working. And I actually have a kit that I made with these. I hope to have the video out pretty soon. So, yeah. And I've used them in a couple of places too. Just was kind of surprised how much I used them. And I did play with them a little bit and melt them and see if I could make some funky elements. And it was okay. It's way more time consuming than I wanted it to be. It's not as fun as shrinky plastic, but it was pretty fun. And it doesn't stink. It doesn't give off any fumes. I did check with people in the movie industry that I trust that's worked with film. And it shouldn't have any effects. So it's kind of fun to work with. So that's what I'm going to have. I had some other things in mind, but they didn't fit the theme, so they're going to hold back. But I think, and I haven't set a date, and I don't know when I'm going to, but my goal this year for Defy is to make sure everyone's got the jewelry tools they need, because there's so many fun things to do with jewelry. And I'm going to do a pop-up auction soon, and I'm doing it to purchase some supplies for jewelry kits, because that's what I want to do. So everybody stay open-minded and wait for my pop-up. Oh my goodness, I'm getting tired, can you tell? Yep. So does anybody have any big plans for the weekend? Is anyone on here coming to my jewelry class Saturday? Awfully quiet. Look at how much Karen takes care of the conversations. Yep. I would say I'm going to go, but I'm not sure if it will take her off the screen or not. So anyway, I will See you all later. Have a great weekend and stay out of trouble. Bye-bye.